Shalom, Kahala Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. It's your brother War making a video to feed the sheep, to edify the lambs. Shalom to the Akim and Akwath, and they're going to be watching this video. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Brakathon. Kahala Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. So these average earthlings, these average people don't understand, right? And the people that don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Most High on them, right? They don't understand that this whole world is based off of the children of Israel, right? The scriptures is based off of the fall of the rise, the beginning of one nation of people to their fall back to their rise. And then after that the scripture is done. It speaks about things that'll happen after we get back into power, like after the extermination of the Edomites, right? How other nations are gonna come and worship our God, right? There's gonna be no more war, right? But after that, and even after that, the Most High says no man's gonna have to teach. When we get righteous, we're not gonna have to teach other Israelites to know the Most High anymore. We're done. It's over. We're good. We're Gucci. Right? The earth just started. Right? And we about to get we haven't gotten our reward in truth yet. Right? We getting our punishment first. Right now, then when our punishment's just about to end, after that we're good. We don't even really have to worry about what the other nations are going to be going through. They're going to go into slavery. Right? After 1,000 years, Esau's going to be exterminated. The nations are going to learn to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and that's it. Right? Happily ever, and they lived happily ever after. You're not going to have to read. The only reason you might even need to read the scriptures is to go back and look up the historical things that happened to us. But that's why we have our holy feast days, like the Passover, to commemorate these things, to always remember them. Right, the feast of dedication, always remember this, and we're gonna keep them. We have to keep the Passover forever. We have to keep that forever, right? But let me get this. But the average people, they don't understand this. They don't understand that. Okay, they don't get it. But we understand this, because the Most High has opened up our minds and given us understanding. As his chosen people, the Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is Isaiah 55 and verse 8. Whoops. Let me start at verse 7. No, I like blue. Isaiah 55 and verse 7. Let the wicked forsake his way, and let the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let him return unto Yahweh, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. This is that time to forsake our way, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. The Most High says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Most High. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. And even with that, when the video I put out, how I'm on the second or the fourth chapter, talking about how the Most High, the men on earth don't know about what's going on in the heavens. Well, think about it like this: you don't know, you're on the land. And there's a ocean and the sea where the sea creatures live. You don't know. You're chilling right now in your house or wherever you're going outside, but you don't know what the creatures are doing right down there in the sea. And that's where they live. They don't know what we're doing up on the land either. Right? In the same way, we don't know like the everyday today basis of what's going on in the heavens. Right? But see, you Negros, Latinos, and Native Indians. Once we're all saved, we'll be able to go up there and chill. Yahushua's chilling up there with the Most High right now. We'll be able to do all things in righteousness. So 2 6 and 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes, So the Most High made the world for our sakes. Right? We're the main characters of this whole world. You think about celebrities or famous people. You can name rappers and entertainers and sports athletes off the top of your head. Everyone knows them. Everyone knows them. I can't and for the most people I can think of are famous people are Israelites, right? LeBron James, Drake, Lil Wayne, right? Takashi 69, Anuel, and those are just like I name a few athletes and musicians, right? The most famous people are these people who wrote the scriptures, the Israelites, as well, right? Those are all Israelites. We're the main people of this earth. And if somebody knows you in the Americas, they're just saying they know you in Asia, they know you in Africa, they know you in Europe, they know you everywhere. Right? So the Most High made the world for our sakes. This whole book was written about us. The Most High, when the Most High created this world, he said, I'm gonna choose a nation of people, and they're gonna be the stars of everything. Right? The same way you have your favorite TV shows, and there's always a main character. Well, the Israelites are the main character. Well, Yahushua is the real main character. Right? Verse 56, as for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spill, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. And that's what those extra characters are in the stories you be seeing. Right? There's always a bunch of characters in the background that you don't really care, you don't really even pay attention to. You just, the stories, the camera is panned on certain things, which is usually the characters of the story. And you just see things happening in the background when you don't pay attention to. That's how these heathen are. They're just background characters. Right? And now, O Most High, behold, these heathen which have ever been reputed as nothing have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? Right, that's who can the white man read this and put himself into these shoes, or the Chinese man, or all these other nations who aren't even being held captive in another nation, who've been overcome by another nation of people, gone through over hundreds of years of slavery. They can't read that and put themselves in that shoes, in those positions. But the Negro, Latino, and Native Indian man can. So let me get Deuteronomy 31. And this is what we're going to get into. Right? Most High speaking about he was going to hide him. He was going to hide himself. So is he hiding himself from the whole world? No, he's hiding himself from the Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians. But everyone's living in the world, so they just think the Most High done disappeared. Right? But the Most High says he's going to hide himself, which means he's hiding himself from us. He doesn't care what the other people think. Right? And that's why you don't see the Most High doing the things that he did for us in the past and the things that we read about, because he's hiding his face from us. This is Deuteronomy 31:17. Then my anger shall be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them, and I will hide my face from them, and they shall be devoured, and many evils and troubles shall befall them, so that they may say in that day, are not these evils come upon us, because our God is not among us? And I will surely hide my face in that day for all the evil which they have wrought, in that they are turned unto other gods. See, the Native Indians, we go out there telling them they got their culture now. So same with all the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, right? But why have you been we've been so downtrodden? Because we serve other gods, right? Native Indians got all kinds. Native Indians and Latinos got all kinds of gods. Gods for everything. Right, and it must hurt to be told that isn't your true culture, but that's what it is. The Israelites are going to serve other gods. And that's why the Most High is mad at you. Right? And that's the time that was the time that we've been in, but now we're in the time of Ezekiel 37th chapter of us coming back together. which I'll get that as the last precept. So we get the next one, Deuteronomy 32 and 18. Whoo. So this is Deuteronomy 32 and 17. They sacrificed unto devils, not to the Most High, to gods that whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Right? Our people ended up making up gods, especially the Northern Kingdom. They made a multitude of gods when they got over here. And Salakia, of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful. See, our people think, when they think of God, they think of this so-called white man, this fake, this white boy named Caesar Borgia who died and has never risen from the grave. He's not sitting next to the right hand of the Most High. But then when they think of the Most High God, they think of a white man. Even when you go and type in like God on Google, a white man appears, a white image. Look at that. So of course, our people are gonna have it imprinted in their minds that God looks like a so-called white man. So they don't know the true God, who looks exactly like you so-called Negroes, right? So though art unmindful, they don't even think about him, and has forgotten the power that formed thee. And when the Most High Yahweh saw it, he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. So he hated us when we went off and started committing idolatry. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. For they are a very forward generation, children in whom is no faith. What did it say in the Grecians seek a sign? Right? Our people don't have no faith in the Most High. They don't even think it's valuable to serve him anymore. Where is it? Let me look up this one on Google. Whoops. It's 1 Corinthians 1 and 20. Oh yeah, here it is. It says, for the Jews require a sign and the Greeks seek after wisdom. See, back then our people kept the law because it was a cultural thing. They didn't keep it because it was out of faith and belief in the prophecies. They didn't believe in those things. That's why Yahushua told them, if you believed in Moses, you would have believed in me. Right? It says, for had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if ye believe not his writings, how shall ye believe my words? Right? So they didn't believe. People don't truly believe in these scriptures. People only kept it because it was a cultural thing, and that's why they do Christianity now. As one of my friends told me, he asked his mom about it, or that she said that's what they grew up knowing, so they practice it. So it has nothing to do with faith, right? It's because it was pushed on you, and you do it because it's a normal thing for you to do now. It has nothing to do with you believing in the Most High, right? So verse 20, and he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. For they are very forward generation, children in whom is no faith. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. They have promoted me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I'll provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. Right? Let me get Hosea 5 and 15. Where is it? Hosea chapter 5 and 15. People always criticizing and making fun of the Most High. Well, you guys will know why He's not going to help you if you read the scriptures. When you show it to them, they don't want to hear it. Hosea 5:15, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense. Where's the Most High's place? It's in the heavens. Right? He has a physical body. He could come down here when he wants. He spoke to Moses. But he says he's going to return to his place until they acknowledge their offense. Who's the day that needs to acknowledge their offense? It's you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So until they acknowledge their offense and seek my face in their affliction, they will seek me early. Right? Let's keep it pushing and go to Ezekiel now. Right, but now people done, they don't even care no more. They done said, bun the Most High. We trying to get this money. We trying to live our best life in here in Babylon. The Most High he's gonna get even more jealous. Right, but he's coming back. He's coming back for the judgment. He requires your blood. Right, and that's why only 1/3 is gonna be saved. So Ezekiel 39:28. Then shall they know that I am the Most High, their power, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen, but I have gathered them unto their own land, and have left none of them any more there. Right? Neither will I hide my face any more from them, but I poured out my spirit upon the house of Israel, saith the Most High power. Right? So that's mainly going for the elect and the 1/3 who, when they get put back in their land. But even before that, they're gonna know that the Most High is dealing with them. Right? And we already know that why we went to captivity. Because from right now, because the Most High, because we sinned against the Most High. That's why we're in captivity till this day. But the 2/3, they won't understand that. They won't get it. They don't want to hear it. Right? And now the heathen are starting to they'll truly know when the Most High delivers us and saves us out of their hands, out of this modern day Egypt. Ezekiel 39:23, and the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, which a lot of them are starting to understand now, right? Because they trespassed against me, therefore hid I my face from them. See, he's not hiding his face from the heathen, he's hiding his face from you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And gave them into the hand of their enemies, so fell they all by the sword. According to their uncleanness, according to the transgression have I done unto them, and hid my face from them. Okay, but look at that. He did say he was going to forsake us, but he didn't say he's going to forsake us forever. Therefore, verse 25, therefore thus saith Yahweh power, now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel, and will be jealous for my holy name. Right? After that they have borne their shame, and all their trespass whereby they have trespassed against me, when they dwelt safely in their land, and none made them afraid. When I have brought them again from the people, and gathered them out of the enemy's lands, and am sanctified in them in the sight of many nations. See, then shall they know that I am Yahweh their power, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen. Right? So this is already speaking about in the last days, when he gathers us back. So this is Ezekiel 37. And let me start at, let me go down. And 3, and he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Most High power, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Most High. Thus saith the Most High power unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live. Ye shall know that I am Yahweh. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied there was a noise, and behold a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Then said he unto me, Prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, Thus saith the Most High power, Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up on their feet, an exceeding great army. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel, all 12 tribes, the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Behold, they say our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith the Most High Power. Behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. See that? He's the Most High. So why does he keep saying the Most High is going to bring us into the land? And who's he going to use to do it? Yahweh Shai. Not the allies of the British, Americans, and the French going to come in and deliver and bring them, force the Palestinians, misplace a fake Edomite, them fake Jews, them Edomites into the land. And shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I and the Most High have spoken it and have performed it, saith the Most High. See? That's why people don't believe in the Most High. Because they think they did it themselves. The Most High is supposed to he's going to put us into our own land, using Yahweh Shai. Right? Right? It says Ezekiel 37:19, saying unto them, Thus saith the Most High Power, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. So that's a whole 12 tribes chart. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes, and say to them, Thus saith the Most High Power, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And I'll make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. That's Yahushai, right? And they shall be no more two nations. So Negroes and Latinos won't look, and Native Indians won't look at each other as a separate group of people anymore. We'll come together as one people, right? And we're just gonna call ourselves Israel. No more Judah, no more Southern Kingdom, no more Northern Kingdom. They shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. Right? Neither shall they defile themselves anymore with their idols, nor with the detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their power. Okay. Look at this. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto them, unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children, and their children's children forever. My servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make, we're going to be in the land forever when we go back this time. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them, a covenant of peace. And I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. Wow, man. That's what's happening right now. Latinos and Negroes waking up to who they are. Gathering themselves, waiting for the bridegroom to come. That's what it is. Alright? I think I had a precept in my head, but I can't remember it now. Oh, Jeremiah 50. There it is. 50 and 20. Right? Jeremiah 50 and 20. From the book and there's precepts in there in Deuteronomy showing even after we sinned, the Most High would already bring us back into the land anyways. Even though he would forsake us for a time. In the same book, he tells us when we sin, he's gonna come and get us again. Right? So he'd not forsake us and go after the heathen. Because this wouldn't make any sense right here. Jeremiah 15:20. In those days and in that time, said the Most High, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none. And the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found, for I'll pardon them whom I reserve. We're not going to sin no more. You ain't going to be wondering if we're ever going to go off again. No, we're not. right? So with that, I want to say, Kahala Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Hope y'all are edified. Shalom.